Hi guys, my name is Borodante, and welcome back to the first witness concept design development process for a horror game by me. So last week we worked with our premise for the first witness, and I came up with this concept art. And today we're gonna be looking at this and try and turn this basic human body shape into a 3D version of this concept design. I think I will be working probably in one piece, like just make a sculpture is gonna be like a quick 3D sketch in a way. This is the easiest way to come up with, the best working shape of the whole character overall in all three dimensions. So we'll see how things work. That's why we're doing this, to then decide what we do next. So I'm looking forward to this, and we'll start right away after a quick word from this channel sponsor Wingfox and their new course called Making a VTuber Character from Scratch. So it all starts with looking up references, coming up with the design that you want to go for, then actually sketching your future model, coming up with details for the whole outfit, for the eyes, for the face, all the features that will make your virtual avatar looking unique and special and exactly the way you want it to be. Your lecturer is a freelance concept artist and illustrator based in Singapore, and he will share a whole bunch of tips on what works and what doesn't in this kind of design for the anime style character. He has a whole lot of experience in creating beautiful illustrations in this art style, as well as specifically creating a character that will be the most natural and best looking in an animation setup. So if any of you guys are interested, the course is available right now for only $49, so that's almost 50% off. That's before the course is fully released, so this is a good time to get it. The affiliate link is in the video description. And also, don't miss out on the Happy Cherry Blossom Festival. This is the annual event on Wingfox. That's where they share a whole bunch of awesome discounts for very cool courses. Yeah, you can find the link to this page in the description as well. Thank you, Wingfox, for supporting this video. Now let's move on with our horror character design. So I'll start with probably placing our concept design image right into the Blender scene. Of course, I'll be using this only as a general guide. I don't need to, follow anything strictly. Since I'm the only person working on this, I still come up with what it should be. Nothing is set in stone. So I should probably start by duplicating this and adding the whole back and front thing. All right, looking good. I somehow managed to cut off the pieces. So now I'm gonna be using this brush that's called Pose to turn the body around. I hope it'll work. So yeah, this is one thing that you guys actually recommended in the comment section, and I totally agree. Like, we need to show the actual arms going underneath the shirt somehow to show a bit more than just the back. There should be something going on under the shirt. So that'll be pretty cool to do that. And that's why I'm keeping arms. And yeah, we'll see how this will work. Like that, I assume. And probably it will go like downwards somehow. That's looking pretty cool, just as the first marking of everything. So I'm gonna keep this guy separate for now, because why not? It makes sense that he would be separate, at least somewhat. Now our main guy needs to adjust a little bit as well, so let's see what we can do. Okay, now I need to turn somehow his feet into boots and generally the legs into pants and just go from there. Now, one of the main interesting questions here will be how to make the shape look the most cool with these, extra arms underneath his shirt. We need to find a good shape that would read interesting and all that, because no matter how weird and like otherworldly it is, it still needs to look cool. Now, I'm gonna make sure that generally the characters are not like buff or whatever. They should not look like, men that can pose a physical brute danger to the character you're playing, because it's not the point. It needs to be the different thing, and I think it's clear if we're going for the aesthetics that are not alien to what Silent Hill gave us. We should definitely not go for, someone that's looking strong specifically. I mean, sometimes maybe like the Pyramid Head is kinda strong, although the original one, not really. He was just a man with a big sword. Then when the franchise went to Americans, they made him over 2 meters tall and everything. So that's an interesting transformation there. So, like, not dystrophic or anything, not super skinny, but, not like a strong, big monster kind of situation either. Oh, wow. The feet kind of solved themselves when I remeshed. So that's nice, I guess. So yeah, I'm not going too much into technical details on everything, because, like, on this channel, people are not expecting to, working in 3D that much. This is a story about developing the character, so I'm focusing on the character design specifically, which is, I think, the best way to go about it. Some kind of resemblance of the original body on the actual man, because it's gonna be visible in there probably. I'm still not set on how exactly the shirt will be wrapping around all of this, but still, it seems like we will be seeing the original body in there as well. I gotta say though, right now it's super clear that this is just another person's back here. Incredibly obvious, contrary to the sketches. Well, in the sketches we had no actual arms. Right now, like this, it may be somewhat questionable, ambiguous, but when you see the elbow in there, it's super clear now, immediately. Which is not bad at all, just not my main priority to do that. Alright, so I just extracted a piece of mesh, and this will be the future hat. Let's see. Okay, I think I like this kind of hat more. Not necessarily that material, but generally not too messed up. Even this one is a bit cleaner than whatever I had in the reference. It's a little bit like random hillbilly messy nothing, It needs to be a bit cleaner, it's a farmer. He works. He's not homeless. Oh yeah, I really like that dark shadow in there. You look at it and you wonder what's going on with the body back there. That's cool. That's also important to, take into account how the real lighting will look on this whole thing, because this way everything's too obvious. Okay, so I separated like the whole clothing plus this inner body that doesn't matter from the face and the hands. Feel like it's a good way to work with it right now. Even though it's still just a quick one-piece sculpt, it's obviously not one piece anymore. Oh my god, this is gonna be quite an experience. Jesus. Yeah, also someone mentioned that the lips become thin and like go like that on old people because some old people don't have any teeth. I guess that makes sense. But you see, it's still like, there's no specific clean lip showing up. It's not just that. It's a bit more than that. Like, I'm pretty sure this man has lips, but it does look like that. Like, everything, like these wrinkles and everything, like lips become thin and kinda like more like that. I don't know why, but it seems to be a pretty common feature generally. It could make a lot of sense to, make the eye holes a bit wider because, the distance is like this, but if we're stretching all of the skin in here, it will unfold into a wider distance, and that will make that one little thing special. Like, from afar, he will almost look like a normal man, but the eyes will be, first of all, with no shadows around the actual eye holes, and they will be wider than normal. So that will be like a pretty distinct feature. Shouldn't overdo all these wrinkles everywhere because it just looks like a random ZBrush anus that, you go to by default. And it will take away from the moments where that kind of stretching actually makes sense, like for instance in here. This is something where maybe actual tension going on, but not so much in all these areas. Man, this is so much fun, I had no idea. It's easier and more obvious, and like I make a lot more appropriate decisions in terms of many things. But still, like starting with the quick 2D search, I think it was very much useful. Now I know exactly what I'm going for, so I'm just, separating things into objects and know exactly where things should go and all of that. So that is also helpful. I felt like I maybe just, sort of doing it like the first step of 2D drawing. I thought I was maybe just doing it because, this is a drawing channel, I should draw, but really I could just do it in sculpting right away. Not really. There is certainly a benefit in doing a 2D concept design first, even if you work on your own, because there is a very beneficial level of freedom when you work in 2D. And here we have a beneficial level of precision, like we actually get to see everything from all the sides and really evaluate the volume of everything. It's really cool. Now, when I have this old man's face put in place, more or less, I can see how this back, like young, muscular back is a bit out of place. I feel it needs to be much more bony and not as... It's just that I don't really know what the back really looks like if there's like minimal muscles on it, So, let's look up one of my favorite words when it comes to references. There you go. Eat well, people at home. I don't support this behavior, but it surely gives good references. Yeah, it's a completely different thing now. You see, when muscles don't shape the back, it's just this, and then just ribs, pretty much. And muscles are just like a little hint, and that's it. Whoa. I mean, it doesn't matter what the head looks like, but it looks kind of fun. I mean, it's looking pretty convincing. I'm not working on the wrinkles of the clothing right now, of course, because that will be a separate subject. I just wanted to make sure I can show the back that would work. And it sure does, even though it's far from all the reference work I should actually do with it. But it's totally doable and looking pretty interesting. We'll make sure that, you know, the shirt emphasizes these elbows even more. I think it's a really cool thing. I'm not sure about... Oh, that's right. I'm thinking, like, I should look at the reference more. Well, it's kind of hidden in here, but suspenders. That's what's holding the pants in place. I'm looking at it like, how is it not falling down? That's right. Let's add some of those. Generally, it's interesting. I kind of started with almost one-piece concept, but it slowly transitions into actual modeling of the final model. I hope I won't regret that. Ooh, I need to look up what suspenders look like from the back. They have like interesting crossing in there usually or something. I don't know. So yeah, I'm drawing it with like a mask right now, and then I can create a layer of mesh on it. So it can be like dual in the back or a single thing. I'm thinking dual. I feel like, yeah, here you go, the plaid shirt and this kind of suspenders. They're wide though. Wow, what's up with these? But this type looks more like the suit kind of suspenders, I guess. And if it's something like lumberjack, then yeah, they will be like that. Although immediately after that we have this. Though they do split still. Interesting. Well, this guy is overall very fancy though. There's no lumberjacks in here, it's just hipsters and that's it. Here you go, old man just crossing. That's what I wanted to see. Because I knew I wanted that. Kind of like in the actual middle, I guess. So I guess this. Now, to streamline it, I have this JSculpt free plugin, and it has this extract mask thing. It's still available somewhere, I don't remember where. Thickness, definitely lower than that. Maybe this. There you go. We're in this object now, yeah. So, yeah, that's the suspenders now. They need to, of course, stretch a bit more, not just lay on the shirt. I wanna probably increase the resolution on them, though. That's better. Man, suspenders just hold this whole design together. Without it, it wouldn't be even possible. Well, it would be no pants, pretty much. The no pants design. So this is the shape we have from the side, from the front. So this is the main change we have due to the elbows actually showing in the shape. I mean, the shape is pretty decent, I like it. I see there was like a stronger emphasis on the stretching at the bottom from the back. I think I want to bring that back. I was avoiding that because I kind of forgot about the whole suspenders thing. But it makes sense that the pants will be fighting the tension a little bit there. Alright, let's add the eyeballs, and that will be the final 3D sketch detail. Alright, well, that's quite a guy. Yeah, I generally like this shape. It's not exactly the pregnant profile, because, you know, the bump is a bit too high. It should be like lower if we talk pregnant, but that's definitely not necessary. Yeah, I think it's shaping up pretty well. I like the big hands and everything that slowly turn into some kind of amphibian hands because of constant remeshing I do. But yeah, I think it's not a hard fix. And here's the face. Well, more or less. Work in progress, but I think it's going the right direction. Tell me guys what you think. In the next episode, we'll probably either get really close to like almost the final model with no texturing, or completely finish the model if I find the time to work on the model between the episodes or something like that. Because right now things are pretty crazy. We have to do a lot of extra things all over the place, figuring out where we'll head next and everything. But yeah, it sure is fun to work on the game from time to time. So it's good times. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Man, this is nuts how this laptop, like, I'm rendering this with this speed, and there's zero noise from the fans. I'm in silent mode, and this is the speed. Why do I even need the performance mode?